It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
Right now on Fox 5 News at 10.
Tight races, one in New Hampshire, one in Hollywood. Which one will be a photo finish?
And her mom taught her 3 life-saving numbers.
911.
The lesson paid off. Meet a 4-year-old hero.
Plus, something you bought today could be a whole lot cheaper tomorrow. Good evening, I'm Dick Brennan.
And I'm Julie Banderas. Take a look at this. This is what the rest of your week will look like. The snowstorm is in Chicago right now, but it's moving our way. And it's part 1 of a 1-2 punch.
But this storm is fickle, so we're watching it closely. Weather authority Tracy Humphrey is tracking it for us right now. Tracy, what will the morning look like?
Well, the good news is it is fickle. That is the operative word there. So by the time it moves here, it will have lost a lot of its kick, a lot of its energy. So we're looking for maybe a minor coating across the area. No more than 2 inches, and that will primarily be in the city. But again, that's part 1. We hadn't gotten to part 2. Temperature outside right now, 18 degrees. Winds out of the north at 6 miles per hour with partly cloudy conditions across the area. Overnight tonight for the city, 13 degrees, suburbs 4 to 9, and snow is expected overnight tonight, around 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. Your radar will show, again, we are looking at a very busy and active system. It will start to move into our area, the snow showers, that is. And once they do, you will start to see, again, snow showers, a chance of snow showers throughout the day. No major accumulation expected. Again, that's part 1. Coming up, we're going to take a look at part 2, which could be a completely different story. That's coming up.
We don't want to hear about it, Tracy. The deep freeze just won't loosen its grip.
And add more snow and ice, and no matter how you get to work, we're talking about a miserable commute.
Yeah, we've got our eyes on the roads for you right now. This is the calm before the storm. Fox 5's James Ford is in Red Bank, New Jersey. And James, I understand you found a new weapon in the war on winter.
Well, you got that right. In fact, it's really the work crews out here who have the weapon. Take a look at it. Yeah, it looks a lot like maybe brown sugar, and in fact, it smells a lot like really dog food. But what it's likely to do is make your commute a much better thing, and you're going to need it. As Tracy mentioned, we got the snow on the way, but it gets much worse, especially on the roadways like the Garden State Parkway here. Just wait until your commute in the morning. It's bad. How bad? Well, take a look at this. At 9 p.m., work crews got underway, knowing full well what the next 16 hours holds for them.
It's nonstop loading trucks all night long.
They're loading truckload after truckload of salt, but take a close look. This salt is brown, treated with a molasses byproduct that melts below the freezing point. It's going to be needed for Monday morning's greatest threat, ice. Just ask the supervisor.
Ice gives everybody a false sense of well-being. The road doesn't look snow-covered, so they go faster thinking that it's not, that bad, and it's a false illusion.
So look out for ice, and just look out generally for rough weather. We've got big old front-end loaders like this out here ready for action, not just for your Monday morning commute, but your Tuesday morning commute as well. This is likely to last for quite some time, so you want to keep alert, and you want to drive slowly if you have to drive at all. We'll stay on it, of course, here at the Fox 5 Weather Authority. Back to you in the studio. We are live right here on the Garden State Parkway. Back to you now.
All right, James, thank you. Brace yourselves. Well, we want to remind you the plunging temperatures could cause trouble down the line if you use Metro North to get to work. The snow and cold temps can cause brakes to freeze, and as quick as they can fix them, they break again. That means fewer and more crowded trains. We just checked in with Metro North officials. They tell us things are still running on or close to schedule.
All right, let's hope it stays that way. Well, it's bad enough outside right now, but for some folks going inside is even worse. They're flooded out in the freezing cold, and their stuff is covered in mud. Having a real bad night. It's happening right now in the West Village. Fox 5's Ann Craig is there.
It's been more than 10 hours since this water main broke here on 8th Avenue, and you can see water is still gushing in the street tonight, and Con Ed is doing whatever they can to fix the situation. But for people who live in this area, going to bed will be a real nightmare. It's not this jackhammer that'll keep residents along 8th Avenue awake. Here, sleeping isn't an option. So tell me the situation in your home tonight.
Right now, it's destroyed. The water was above this level, was seeping out onto the road. The entire house got totally filled with water.
Patty Creechmar says they lost everything. Now her home is filled with mud. The water main broke near Jane Street and 8th Avenue, right in front of Fred Samaroon's restaurant. How much of a mess has that made it here?
I can't even assess it right now. We have I've lost everything in the restaurant downstairs. The heart of this whole restaurant has been wiped out.
His basement is one of 4 that filled with at least 7 feet of water, and 10 buildings in the area lost both heat and water.
Now, the apartment's going to be a cold night for a lot of people here tonight.
But the Red Cross is making sure people who need it have a safe and warm place to go. Con Edison and these emergency workers say they will be out here all night long. They're hoping to get this situation fixed, but it may not be until Tuesday. In the West Village, Ann Craig, Fox 5 News.
What a mess. Cops on Staten Island now know who plunged into the harbor, but haven't figured out how it happened. Police pulled this station wagon out of the icy harbor at the Great Kills Yacht Club. 34-year-old James Verchio was found in the front seat. No word yet how the car ended up in the water or how Verchio died, but early reports show no sign of trauma.
Well, new tonight, the cop who shot a teenager in Brooklyn not only has to worry about his job, now a grand jury will consider murder charges against him. Even the city's top cop calls the killing unjustified, but the teenager's friends and family say it's worse than that. Fox 5's Lisa Evers has the story from Bed-Stuy.
The outrage is growing here at the Louis Armstrong houses over the fatal police shooting of an unarmed 19-year-old high school student. Now we're learning the NYPD is calling for a full review of the way cops patrol public housing. Police Commissioner Ray Kelly came out right away and said the shooting was a mistake. Timothy Stansbury Jr. had no weapon. All he was holding was a CD. That did little to ease the community's sense of loss, which was expressed on the walls through graffiti and at a continually growing sidewalk memorial.
I just felt devastated, like it killed the whole mood of the block. And it's just a very tragic thing that happened, you know what I'm saying? Right now I feel sad.
Timothy was on his way to a party and taking a common shortcut over the rooftop to another building when he was confronted at a stairwell door by the police officer, an 11-year veteran who had never used his weapon before. His friend Ramel Williams walked me through the place where Timothy spent the last moments of his life.
Just coming out the door, taking a little shortcut that we take, you know what I'm saying, to get from one building to another.
Police Commissioner Ray Kelly was quick to call the shooting unjustified. Tomorrow morning, he's bringing together his top commanders with the most street experience to deal with the issues arising from this incident. In Bed-Stuy, Lisa Evers, Fox 5 News.
This case has the NYPD brass rethinking the way they train their officers. Now, last year, Fox 5's James Ford went through the same type of training rookies go through at the NYPD firing range in Rodman's Neck in the Bronx, and they found it wasn't easy. Take a look.
Hands up! Hands up! Hands up!
Actors who are actually cops recreate crime scenes for us trainees. How real is it? Look at this. That's a genuine look of fear. And the theory...
Now, fear is something every cop faces, no matter how long they've been on that beat. The officer in this latest shooting was no rookie. He's been a cop for more than a decade. So Commissioner Kelly says even many veterans may need training. Julie.
Take a look at this massive fire in New Jersey. Out of control flames and the freezing cold made it hard for crews in Patterson to get this one under control. Huge flames were shooting out of this gas station from all sides. Still no word on how the fire started.
The case against Martha is almost ready to go. The jury that will hear Stewart's stock saga should be seated tomorrow. About 140 potential jurors were interviewed, and the survivor-style elimination process lasted all week. Now, about a third of those are due back in court tomorrow for the final step in jury selection. 12 jurors plus alternates could then hear opening statements on Tuesday.
Here's your daily dish on Martha. She's getting support from another celeb familiar with the courtroom, Rosie O'Donnell. Rosie tells People magazine the trial against Stewart is, quote, a witch hunt, and prosecutors have a problem with strong women. O'Donnell and her former publisher faced off in court last year. A judge declared nobody the winner in that fight.
Now, every 4 years, the cold, tiny New England state of New Hampshire becomes a political hotspot.
And the candidates know the place where the license plate reads "Live Free or Die" is do or die for the presidential dreams.
36 hours to go before the first election 2004 primary. The Democrats spent their day courting the voters there. Clapping, fist pumping, and leading battle cries.
Right. Let's go, Joe! Let's go, Joe!
It's January in New Hampshire.
I'm here to mark the beginning of the end of the Bush presidency.
Sounding more and more like the frontrunner, John Kerry is on the attack. The Vietnam veteran says war should always be a last resort, and he criticized the president for sacrificing so many young American lives in Iraq. Howard Dean, also on the warpath, says the standard of living in Iraq is worse now than it was when Saddam was in power. Dean slipping in the polls ever since Iowa's I Have a Scream speech. Got a kiss and a political shot from his doctor wife, who you don't often see on the campaign trail.
Billions of dollars in your taxpayer money going to HMOs that could have gone to seniors.
Attracting more fans than a basketball game, Senator John Edwards packed this high school gym with supporters. He's going after the undecided vote and hoping for the same last-minute surge he saw in Iowa.
I'm going to bring a higher standard of leadership to this country.
Rounding out the top four, retired General Wesley Clark says he's the only candidate who can carry the message of faith and family values against the president. Now, we just got some new numbers in. With just hours to go, John Kerry is pulling ahead in New Hampshire with 37%. Dean has 22% of the vote. John Edwards and Wesley Clark are neck and neck with 12 and 11%. Julie.
All right, Dick, and if you're feeling generous and you want to help out your favorite candidate, well, all you got to do is log on to the internet. All you have to do is go to Amazon.com for election 2004. You can donate money to the presidential candidate of your choice. There are 17 in all listed, of course, in alphabetical order, including President Bush. You can donate anywhere from $5 to $200.
And speaking of money, Julie, listen to this one. Get your credit cards ready. Now is the time to shop till you drop. The state's tax-free shopping week kicks off tomorrow morning. That means you and Julie and a whole bunch of us will go buy any clothing and shoes that cost less than $110 per item and not pay tax on them. Take advantage while you can because the tax is only nixed through next Sunday. Well, coming up, did Ashton Kutcher punk moviegoers into believing he can switch from comedy to drama?
And she's only a little girl, but she pulled off a gigantic rescue. You've got to hear this one.
I'm Rishia Candidate. While the team's been sold, the New Jersey Nets have been buried in a 5-game losing streak. Today they come home to the comfy confines of the Meadowlands to see about getting back to winning. Plus, Jaromir Jagr, Joe Montana, and plenty more. It's all on Sports Extra right after the news.
And snow showers will greet you tomorrow morning. How bad will it be and how long will they stick around? We'll take a look at your full forecast. That's coming up next.
If you've got a problem, call the Fox 5 Problem Solvers at 1-877-TEL-FOX 5.